Hello everyone, this is Professor Hill. It's a short video for our class, Introduction to Ethics, Philosophy 2306 here at St. Philip's College. This is the fall 2018 semester, and this is the online version of the class. So, it's Thursday, October the 11th, 2018. Couple things. Number one, the grading is all caught up. Sorry about the delay, but we're back on schedule. It means that we're looking at the block now. We skipped Chapter 3. We're doing 4, 5, and 6 together, kind of as a group. We did Chapter 4 with the last case study. Now we're looking at Chapter 5. And we're looking at the Nash family, which is our next discussion case study. So, and as I said before, Chapter 4 kind of set up the distinction between consequentialism and non-consequentialism. And then 5 and 6 explore each of those in more detail. So now we're looking at consequentialism in a lot more detail. And we're talking about how to apply this to the case study with the Nash family and the decision they had to make about their daughter. So, couple of things. Back to the grading for a minute. The grading's caught up. I got a lot of questions about that. Again, just to reiterate what's in the syllabus, but I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. You got to write your contribution, which is your essay. It's your contribution to the discussion about the Nash family. You got to copy and paste that into the discussion board. And look, most people have got this down. They figured it out. They make their contribution, and then they go in and they comment on 2 others. So again, most everybody's got this down. However, still a couple of souls who, number one, made a contribution, but they didn't write 500 words. It's got to be at least 500 words. And number 2, you got to do that first. I can't say this strongly enough. You can't go in and comment on other people's and then submit your contribution. You've got to do your contribution first. And guys, oh, come on. Now, this is all, time-stamp dated. It's not like it's a big secret. So, do yours first, then read around and comment on at least 2 of your classmates' contributions. And then, again, I still got somebody who was like, they put their contribution in and then called it a day. Didn't comment on anybody else's. You got to comment on at least 2. And I guess I had one person who just commented on one person, but not 2. And I'm like, you got to comment on 2. So, again, like I said, most people have got this down and we're rolling along just fine. So, again, our structure is read a chapter, write an essay, put that into the discussion, read the other folks, comment on 2, and you're golden. Now, look, we got a week before the next one's due. Today's Thursday, the 11th, and the next one's not due till next Wednesday, the 17th. So we got plenty of time to read the chapter, to write your essay. If you have questions, again, I'm all caught up with the communication. If you've got questions, send me a message. I'll write you back. Again, sorry there was a delay there for a little while, and I got that sorted out now. But, so we're back on track. Read Chapter 5, look at the case study involving the Nash family, and write your response to the questions that are there. And again, the questions, when I say answer the questions, they're right there in the discussion every time. And so, this one's got a lot of links to videos and Wikipedia pages and all that kind of stuff, so you can get a lot of information about the Nash family and the decision they had to make. Because when they made it, which was a long time ago now, it was, what they call a case of first impression. It was the first time somebody faced an issue like this because the technology was just emerging. And when you get to it, think to yourself about this. It's not surprising that parents will do almost anything for their children, right? They're going to, push the boundaries, push the doctors. They're, when you've got desperate parents trying to save the life of the child, man, they're going to, run right through ethical boundaries. which is why we try to have what they call disinterested or objective professionals, healthcare professionals, the doctors, the surgeons, the medical ethicists, the lawyers, have them involved in giving advice and making policy and trying to decide, when they don't, have a dog in the fight, what we think the best policy should be for everybody. Because I want you to start to look at and think about what are the issues involved in this case study. Because what happens inevitably is some people read this case study and they go, it's easy. The parents are right. But I want you to think about what are the issues that are raised by this problem. Because once you start to kind of look at and unpack, some of the bigger, larger issues at play, you realize even if in the end you decide you want to support the family and you think they did the right thing, you got to at least be able to answer some questions raised by the critics. Because there are big, profound issues kicking around in this case. Now, I'll talk some more about these tomorrow, Friday the 12th, when I do a little bit more about the Nash family and the case study. But in the meantime, like I said, the grades are up and current. You guys want to go through, and if you got any questions about them, let me know. You definitely want to be reading Chapter 5 in our textbook, Doing Ethics by Lewis Vaughn. And looking at the case, looking at some of the related things, and explore the issues that are raised by this. Because there's a lot, and they're complex, and they're big. So even if you've got answers for them, that's good. But just know, it's not simple. All right, take care. Talk to you again soon.